Your husband might be dominating and controlling you. 5 alarming signs. Hi friends, welcome to Marriage Realities, a comprehensive relationship channel. Today's video is all about the 5 sure signs that you're married to a dominating and controlling husband. When your husband dominates you, you're unable to enjoy your married life because of your inability to do things your way. When you feel restricted in your relationship, you rue your fate for having married a husband who denies you your basic rights. When your husband is dominating, he fails to realize that you have equal rights in your married life. Though times have changed, there are some men who still live in the Stone Age, where a woman was thought to be fit only to bear children, cook and look after the family. It might be true that most modern men give equal rights to the wives, but men who dominate the wives still exist. If your husband is also a man who likes to control and dominate you, your liberty and individuality is crushed. You feel jailed in your married life. What sort of an independence do you want in your married life? You want to retain your individuality. You want to be open and frank with your husband. You want to have a say in family matters. You do not want your husband to force you to change according to his liking. You want the liberty to enjoy your own personal space. You want your husband to trust your talent and capacity. But when your husband is dominating and controlling, nothing of this happens in your married life. Your husband is so dominating that he wants you under his total control. When you take your own decisions, your husband shows his irritation and annoyance in no uncertain terms. What exactly are the signs that show that your husband controls you? You're forced to ask the permission of your husband before doing anything. Your husband constantly makes negative comments about you just to show that you're a dimwit. He also controls the way you should spend your money. Your husband forces you to dress the way he likes. He shows scant respect for you before others. Your husband never discusses money matters with you as he feels you have no brains for it. Your dominating husband is sarcastic and censuring you all the time. You cannot go out alone anywhere. Rather nerve-wracking to handle such a dominating and controlling husband, isn't it? Here are the top 5 signs that show that your husband is dominating you. Number 1 sign that your husband is dominating is arbitrary financial decisions. It is only natural that you want to have a say in the way your hard-earned money is spent. When your husband discusses financial decisions with you, it just means that he's giving you equal rights in family matters. It also means that your husband values your opinion. When your husband discusses family matters with you, it shows that your husband does not want to dominate you in any way. When you're married to such a husband, you feel independent and respected in your married life. Your husband cannot make decisions about your money without consulting you. When your husband is dominating, he takes total control over your money, creating lots of misunderstanding between you. When your husband dictates that you should ask his permission before spending your money, it is domination in its full form. When your husband controls every penny you earn, it is a clear sign that he is dominating you. The number 2 sign that your husband is dominating is degrading comments. When you're married to a dominating husband, he feels he can say anything about you. So your husband makes degrading comments about your appearance. He criticizes you for the way you do your work. You hurry about obeying his orders when he's at home. Many a time you feel stifled and shackled by the commanding nature of your husband. But you dare not retaliate as you know that your husband will eventually control you. The number 3 sign of a dominating husband is demanding instant obedience. You're so terrified about your husband that you instantly act according to his orders. When your husband talks to you, his voice is commanding and demanding. When your husband expects instant obedience from you, you feel schoolgirlish. You hate to lead your married life like a subordinate to your husband. You feel voiceless in your married life because of the domination of your husband. There is no friendly interaction from your husband, only terse commands about what you should do and what you should not do. When you're forced to be submissive towards your husband, you feel suppressed and oppressed in your relationship. The number 4 sign of a dominating husband is being controlled in all phases of your life. Your whole life is controlled when you're married to a dominating husband. Your money is controlled by your husband. The way you should dress is decided by your husband. Your circle of friends is also up to the decision of your husband. You might want to go out with your friends. You might want to buy something you like, but your money is in control of your husband. You might want to help your parents, but you're unable to do so because of the domination of your husband. Even fulfilling these basic wishes of you lies with your dominating husband. When your husband intrudes into your personal zone, you feel helplessly angry and resentful. The number 5 sign your husband is dominating is he's sexually demanding. Your husband wants sex when he's in the mood for it. He does not care whether you're ready for it. You might be tired and exhausted. Your husband does not care about it. When your husband is in the romantic mood, you must give him physical pleasure. To your husband, sex is just a physical thing, nothing else. He does not recognize that it takes two to make sex a relaxing and pleasurable experience. To your husband, sex is an animal need, and so he turns over to sleep after satisfying himself. There is no smile, there is no affectionate hug, nothing. You can only feel that your body has been used and invaded by your husband. Your married life is boring to you when your husband is dominating and controlling. Your relationship cannot be decided by your husband alone. Your husband is not your boss that you should instantly obey him. Your husband is your life partner. When you're too submissive and meek, your dominating husband will extend his tentacles of control over you. So, do not allow yourself to be cowed down by the dictatorship of your husband. Did this video make you understand the signs that clearly show that your husband is dominating? Marriage Realities will have many such relationship eye-openers. Subscribe to my channel to understand your marriage in a new light. Press the bell icon for updates about my latest relationship videos. Make love forever until death do us part your relationship goal.